As the year went on, Van Gogh began showing signs of mental illness. He ended up cutting his own ear off and giving it to a woman named Rachel, telling it to guard it well. Because of this incident, Van Gogh was hospitalized for a short period of time. After he was released, he checked himself into the asylum at St. Remy, fearing loss of his capacity for work. Out of this period came his most famous painting of all time, Starry Night, created in 1889. I mentioned before that Van Gogh wrote letters to his brother Theo, often describing his feelings toward his paintings, giving us access to his actual feelings toward his work. Yet he only mentions Starry Night twice, and vaguely at that. Mood Book's Artworks of Vincent van Gogh states that unlike most of Van Gogh's works, Starry Night was painted from memory and not outdoors as was Vincent's preference. This could explain why Starry Night is unique from all his other works at the time, and why it presents a powerful emotional impact to its viewers. This could also explain why he only mentioned it twice, and vaguely at that. Overwhelmed by homesickness, Van Gogh checked himself out of the asylum and moved to Paris for his last few months of his life. In the last 70 days of his life, he created over 70 works of art. That's at least one masterpiece a day. Finally, Van Gogh shot himself and died 2 days later on July 27, 1890. Vincent van Gogh was an extraordinary man, full of talent and unappreciated during his time. He forever influenced art and is still influencing it even today. In The Real Van Gogh, Catherine Hadley described him as a pioneer of Expressionism. He most definitely was. Without him, who knows what would have happened? All we know is that without him, the art world would be drastically different, and what we call modern art today might not even exist.